everyone, we're back. Today, I wanted to show you guys last week's painting. Had a few mishaps here this morning, so as you can see, I scraped my canvas. So we're going to try it again. But I hope you guys, I just want to say first that you guys are all safe and well, staying home. And hopefully we can all get through this. I had a bad day yesterday. I just was depressed and laid on the couch all day and watched Netflix. That was all I wanted to do yesterday. But today I said, you know, got to get back in that studio and make a video for you guys. And maybe it'll help me feel better about what's going on. So this is the bloom from last week. Dried nice. Got a lot of shimmer and iridescent stuff going on. Some cool lacing. I love the center. Came out really nice. And that really pretty lacing up there in the corner. So I'm probably going to go ahead and resin this one when it dries a little bit more. Just because I want to see, remember we used that, or if you weren't here, you can go back and watch the video. But I used one of the acrylic pour canvases. So they have a board back here, which makes it harder, a harder surface. And I think better for pouring on and better for resining. It's also really smooth canvas, like you don't see any of the cross hatches going on anywhere when it dries. So really smooth, nice, dried good. So we're going to resin that one and see how it does. Okay. So today I want to do a Caribbean beach pour. So it's going to be lighter in colors. I'm not going to have a lot of drastic, what's the word I'm looking for? It has left me. Contrast. Not going to have a lot of drastic contrast going on in the colors, but I just want it to be like a calm, smooth, like we're laying on a Caribbean beach with the waves lapping at our feet, because that's where we all want to be right now, right? So what I have it on is I believe about a 16-inch Lazy Susan, and I've taped it up real good. Make sure you protect that middle part because it has a rubber band on it that is what grips it to the countertop, so you don't want to get that messed up. So tape it real good. Make sure you put a coat of primer on so that it doesn't warp. I just use this Rust-Oleum primer and give it a good spray, good coating. Make sure you get the sides too, and that just keeps it from warping, because sometimes on the wood, I poured on one of these that was mine and it warped really bad. So lesson learned early on, can't do that. And I always like to have a beach pour of some sort to sell because they sell really well. I sold my last 2 beach pours, so I needed another one. And I need to do a long canvas one too. But I haven't decided what size I want to do that on yet. So I have my cups. I'm actually going to do a little bit differently from my other beach pours. I'm going to do a flip cup this time for the water. And for the beach, it's going to be a lighter color, and it's going to be more, I'm going to mix up one color. So it's just going to be one color, as opposed to usually I have a couple different colors going on in the sand. I just want it to be smooth and calming. So I'm going to spray my cup with my WD-40 silicone spray. And just spray some in there. And I don't want a ton of cells in this. A little bit is okay. So I'm going to rub that in. I think I want to rub it in with a paper towel so that I get some of it out of there. The last one was good, but it wasn't great. So I decided, and I tried to play with it when the camera was off, and I just didn't like it. So that's why I'm redoing it. All right, the reason for spraying the cup, if you don't know, is just so you get all your paint out. When you flip it over, it doesn't stick to the cup, because you've got an oil layer there. Kind of like when you're, you know, baking a cake or doing something, you grease the pan. Kind of the same concept. So I'm going to put in my cup. I have some Apple Barrel Caribbean, which is a little on the runny side because it is a craft paint. So a little bit runnier. And then I'm going to put in some Artist Loft Aqua. Artist Loft Turquoise. And then the PBO Green Blue Iridescent. So I've got a little bit of contrast going on, but not a whole lot. And the last video I had, yeah, like I said, I had too much paint. So this time I'm going to do about half a cup. This is a 12-ounce cup, so I'm going to do about half. The colors were good. I just had too much paint on there. Okay. Got about half a cup going on there. That should be good for the space. I want to do about 3/4 of this in water and then just a little bit on the beach end. Okay, so I got my flip cup. I'm going to flip it about here because I want to go this way with it. So let's get that down. That was a good flip. Whoop. The surface is a little slippery, so it wants to go flying. Just give it a minute or two. I think my table is kind of leaning too. All right, all that paint is settling down there. It's kind of clear up here, so let's go ahead and flip. I'm going to scoot it out that way, and we're going to flip. I'm going to hold this up a little bit. We're going to flip this way. And you can see there's a little bit of, no silicone in my bottle paint, but just from the silicone that was in the cup. I'm getting a little bit of cells going on there, so I'm going to tip this over and down. Trying not to, you know, tilt too much. Let's go back to the center with that and then up. You want this to be kind of, you know, like the water is going sideways, so trying not to do too much of the up and down motion, mostly side to side. Make sure you get enough of that paint off of there. Okay, that looks good. Touch up that side where I touched it. I just wanted to go back over to that side a little bit and bring that paint back to the center. Alrighty. Got you guys in focus still, or in the camera. Got some nice water effects going on there. Let's give it a little bit of a torch get any air bubbles out. Okay. Now the beach color, I have mixed up Artist Loft Parchment with some Craft Mart Champagne Gold. Give it a little bit of a shimmer, and I wanted to darken that parchment up a little bit. So I'm just going to pour that right along that blue edge. And then fill it in. I'm going to tip that down a little bit, but I don't want to have to tip it a lot. So let's give that a little bit of a tilt. Get some of that off of there. Tilt it back up. Okay. Now my white that I'm going to use for the wave, the breaking wave, is I'm using my Australian Floetrol and my Amsterdam white. But you can also use another kind of white. I've used Artist Loft before and it's worked good. I'm just going to touch up this side real quick. Didn't get any over there. Anyhow, back to the regular white. So your regular white you can use with regular Floetrol, American Floetrol, and then the Minwax wood conditioner. Minwax wood conditioner. And that you're going to put like 5 or 6 drops in with about a tablespoon of your paint. And then Floetrol, mix it up really good. And you can use that for your beach wave. It gives that foamy kind of effect too with it. But I'm going to use the Australian today. Just because that's what I have. So I am going to pour very carefully along that line. Try to drop it over the edge first. I want to get a good on the thick side line there going on. Okay, I'm going to go back over some of these areas. All right, so I've got that line down. And then we're going to take our trusty straw and we're going to blow up into that blue. And trying to leave, you know, a more solid line at the bottom. Trying to make that line more straight. All right, where's my torch? Because I got some big bubbles going on. Okay. Nice beach line there. I'm thinking I'm not crazy about this, so this is where I went wrong last time, though. I went in and tried to add more down there. I think I'm going to turn around and just blow down into that sand. Love the color of that sand, though. And this is really pretty up here, too. The other thing I have to decide is if I want to put some white up in here. Probably will, but we'll see. All right. Nice. Okay. I'm much happier with that one. Got some really cool stuff going on down here. I'll give you guys a close-up in a second. I'm going to blow just a little bit more. Sometimes you have to go back in and re-blow that white just to get it to move up in there and to stay. All right. I don't know. I'm thinking I like it. I'm liking it the way it is. I don't think I want to put any more up in the top there. Let me bring you guys down. Oh, I don't know. Let's put a couple. Let me see. Get you guys up so you can see the whole thing. Okay, where's my white? You know what? No, I'm going to leave it alone because I'll show you why when I bring you down in closer. I really, really like what's going on in the water. And where I blew, can you see right there? I'm just afraid if I... Let me turn off one of my lights for a minute. I'm getting some glare I don't like. See if that helps. When I torched, I got some really cool cells going on there in the water. And it's just really pretty. And there's that wave closer. Really cool stuff going on there. I love that cell activator because you get, you get more of a foamy look to it. It's really pretty. All right, guys. So there's your video for today. I'm still not happy with this bottom line here. As I say that, this is your video for today. Now, do I want to go in and fix that? Can I fix it? That was the issue I had last time with the last video. I didn't end up fixing it. But I'm just really not happy with that bottom line. Let me see if I can pour some. All right. I think that'll be better. I got a better line going on there. I don't know what that is in there. I thought it was a bubble, but it's not popping. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that looks better. Happier with that. I got some of the sand up in the waves though, and I'm not crazy about that. So, but you know, you can't have everything. It's creating some really cool effects going on. Bring you down so you can see. All right, guys, I'm not going to touch it. I promise I'm going to leave it alone. It's fine. We're just going to see if I can get some of that to come up like it's foamy. As I say, I'm not going to mess with it. I mess with it. Isn't that usually the case? That was a booger, so I'm going to get that out of there. All right. So please like, share, and subscribe my videos to my videos if you're not already. And really appreciate you guys being here and watching my videos in this trying time that we're going through. Please keep your spirits up. Try to paint as much as you can because it really does help with your mental health. And except if it's, you know, frustrating you, then it doesn't help, but that's okay. It's all in the process and the learning. So I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.